The galaxy is filled with large powers and ruthless empires. But among the quiet corners of the stars lived the Sarathi. They were a gentle species who preferred peace over pride. Their worlds shimmered with soft blue forests and floating glass lakes. Their technology focused on healing and growth rather than weapons. They had no armies and no warships. They relied on the hope that no one would ever wish to harm them. One day that hope was tested. A small human research vessel spiraled through the Sarathi system, trailing sparks and frozen oxygen. Inside was Officer Leon Mercer, barely conscious. Every day, lungs struggling to pull air from the thinning atmosphere of his failing suit. A pirate raid had torn apart the vessel he served on. Emergency pods had failed. He floated into the void expecting death. The Sarathi detected his life signal. Their council debated. They had no protocols for rescue an unknown species. They had even less experience interacting with dangerous outsiders. But a Sarathi healer named Arlen spoke. "Life is life," she said quietly. "We save who we can. That is what it means to be Sarathi." So they opened their arms. A rescue craft glided toward the dying vessel. Sarathi healers brought Leon aboard and poured gentle light into his shattered body. For days he drifted in and out of consciousness, while the healers sang their soft resonant songs that mended cell and bone. When he finally awoke fully, he saw the one who saved him. "I owe you my life," Leon whispered. Erlen simply replied, "Was saved because we can." "You owe nothing." But humans do not think that way. When Leon eventually returned to human space, he carried with him gratitude as deep as oceans. He recorded the tale in full. He named the Sarathi as the reason he now stood breathing before his people. He reminded the Terran Union that kindness must be honored. No one thought much of it at first. Then the Draven Dominion invaded the Sarathi worlds. The Dominion was a brutal empire forged by conquest. They saw the Sarathi as weak and undefended. And their ships fell like winter storms across the blue forests and crystal rivers. The Sarathi could not fight. Entire settlements fled into caves and caverns, hoping to escape the fire raining down from the sky. Their transmissions reached the galaxy. Most looked away. But the message reached Earth. When the Terran Union saw the name of the species in danger, they remembered the file recorded by Leon Mercer. Every day, they remembered the small, gentle people who saved a single human without hesitation. And in that moment, a promise made decades earlier rose again. Humanity would repay the kindness. The Terran Union did not send a small fleet. They sent everything. Colossal Earthborn dreadnoughts thundered through warp space. Glorious carriers released oceans of fighters from their hangars. Shield cruisers shimmered with protective fields that could endure entire suns' worth of heat. Humanity arrived not as visitors, but as guardians. The Dominion commander laughed when the Terran forces transmitted their demand to withdraw. "You stand between us and prey that belongs to us?" The commander sneered. Admiral Rowan Jace of Earth answered with a calm, steady voice. "They are not prey. They are the ones who saved one of ours. Now we save all of theirs." The Dominion did not understand. They understood only after the human fleet advanced. The battle that followed became legendary. Human warships cut through Dominion lines with precision and unstoppable determination. Fighter squadrons shielded fleeing Sarathi civilians. Ground forces landed in blazing dropships to push back Dominion troops and escort survivors to safety. Every human soldier fought with the same fire. Not because of strategy, not because of resources, because of gratitude. And the Sarathi, the turning point, came when Admiral Jace ordered the Unity cannon aboard the flagship resolved to fire. Its shimmering burst shattered the Dominion command vessel. Without leadership, the enemy fleets collapsed in panic. The Sarathi watched from the ground as the sky lit with silver flames. The humans stood between them and extinction. When the battle ended, every day, Sarathi citizens emerged into the open air with tears shimmering on their luminous skin. Erlen the healer stepped forward to greet Admiral Jace. "You saved our worlds," she said softly. Jace bowed his head. "Your people saved one human. Every day, humanity merely returned what was owed." Erlen looked at the Terran forces surrounding her. Thousands of armored soldiers stood in protection. Ships hung like watchful giants in the sky. The air hummed with safety. "Then humanity is far more generous than we ever imagined," she whispered. Jace smiled.
"No."
"Humanity simply remembers. Always, word spread across the galaxy, they saved one human. Humanity saved their civilization. And ever after, every species understood a simple truth. Kindness offered to a human is never forgotten. It grows, it returns. Every day it becomes a shield made of stars, and sometimes an entire world is saved because of it.